Well, hello. It's Buddy with Gemini Homestead.
And this is Lippy.
Well, on our last video, we told y'all that we had been running in circles and we would be taking a break and we'd be coming back to let y'all know why. And we'll revert back to our last live. Somebody had asked, would y'all be considering moving to another homestead? And I said, well, I always consider it. When the door opens, well, that's when I'll move on it. Well, about 2 days later,
After that,
I'm in my wood shop and the car drives up. And of course, here comes somebody asking, would you like to sell your house? And it kind of started from there. And so kind of led us to several things.
Well, after that live, and like he said, a gentleman, a neighbor of ours, came knocking. And I was taken back. His wife wanted to see the house. And I want to back up. This past summer in 2019, he had come to visit. And we had vaguely mentioned that we'd like to possibly look and see what was out there and relocate. Smaller house, larger property. Fast forward to 4 weeks ago, he remembered that, as we forgot that conversation. So we said, okay, that door's opening. Let's see what's behind it. We knew we couldn't do videos because when I tell you we traveled, we even went outside, as he puts it, we live in a box, or I live in a box.
We went outside our box.
We went way far, y'all, outside the box. There was no way to do videos, tell you what was going on, because we didn't even understand what was going on. It was a whirlwind. So we hunted, we found, but we knew that there was a certain area that we needed to be in for his job, to be close to the grandkids. And I just wasn't comfortable going outside a certain area. With that being said, we hunted and we hunted.
Very diligently.
I'll just be brutally honest. I refused at our age to go in debt with the prices of property current time. So it's a lot out there. But I have more that I want to do with our income, our lifestyle, than to put it on a crazy mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we found some property 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We actually filmed everything because we thought we would be coming to you guys with keys in hand. Well, this was just property, a blank slate, but it had everything that it was 5 acres, 5.3 acres. Plenty for us. It was set up where the property location could not have been more perfect. So I said, okay, this is it. So we go to our lender and we tell him we want to build a shop house. Now, mind you, I'll give you a little bit of information on the sale of the house. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. But we have until June 1st to move out, just like our buyer had till June 1st. So this was going to work out even better. We could remain in our home and just rent it from the new owners until our home was built, which would be a shop house. Guys, it's not called a shop house. It's called a barndominium. Am I saying that right?
Barndominium.
Barndominium. Don't ask me why. Okay, that's just the way it is. So my lender says, oh, it's got to be 2 foot center, da-da-da-da-da. I need blueprints. We go to an engineer. We draw blueprints up. We had to do 2 corrections because, I drew it the way that would work for me. We had to go and get a contractor. That's all separate from actually just building the hull, I guess is what you call it.
Yeah, outer shell.
Yeah, the outer shell. So you're talking 3 different licensed participants. We get all of that done. And he says, why don't you just build a house? We'll lend you, just build a house and a shop.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to do this barndominium because they have not proven themselves to withstand age, to withstand any elements of nature or structure. I get that. I mean, I do really get that. It's a new thing that's really got to be out there. And he explained to me how you go about doing it. Yeah, I'm not going to do it the way that lenders want you to do it. So he pushed again and said, hey, just build a house. We'll rebuild you another shop. I started doing the math. I said, okay, maybe we can go small. Fast forward to this past Wednesday. He calls me. He's at work. He gets a phone call. Needless to say, our buyer had a little hiccup. Nothing that was going to affect us here, but could affect our buyer. I stewed on it, y'all, for about 20 seconds.
Not that long?
Maybe 15, 20 seconds. And a feeling came over me. I said, you know what? Nah, we're just going to squash it all. We're going to shut it down. And I knew that I had to pursue that thought quickly, or then I would second guess myself. So I immediately called my lender. I said, hey, just put it on the back burner.
We're done.
We're done for now. I don't know why. I just was compelled to say this. Now, mind you, we were packed up. There was a lot of things packed. That's why we couldn't do videos. We didn't want to show boxes because then, you know, y'all would know. And we wasn't ready to share because we didn't even know where we were going, if we were going. So I called the lender, shut it down. I called the owner of the property, said, hey, you know, I wish you luck, but it's not for us. To make a long story short, Wednesday night, I actually had the first peaceful sleep than I can tell you in a long, and I'm not talking in 4 weeks, I'm talking about in a long time, because we had been questioning, you know, this wasn't us, but we did this 8 years ago for, you know, a lot of reasons that we've shared with a lot of y'all, but not in detail. So here we are today telling you Gemini in 2020 has turned the page. You know, because sometimes you get stuck in that chapter. It's your comfort zone. You keep reading it because it makes sense. But if you turn that page, there's a much better chapter behind it. And I think the chapter we're in now, after we finally turn that page, is we're okay on a little over an acre. Yeah, the house is too large, but you know what? I can close half of it. There's so many things I can do, but the one thing I will not do is give this up to go in debt.
And start all over
And
again.
start over. So, because we are very blessed. It was just that wasn't our comfort zone. We wanted something different. But you know what? Maybe he, the higher power, maybe Jesus had a different plan. Maybe because we were questioning what our journey was going to be, he put us in that journey. He put us in those streets. He put us on that computer looking. He put us with different contractors. Just so we then could make a true commitment to what it was that we really wanted in our life. Gemini Homestead is still Gemini Homestead, but it's still Gemini Homestead at the same address it was when we started this journey. So, I won't make it too much longer, but we're going to now start our videos. Things are unpacked. Things are put back in place. Grandkids are happy about it. This is their safe haven. You know, go to Mama and Papa's, you're not expecting Mama and Papa to ever move. I'm not going to say it'll never happen,
But it's
but
not
I'm
going to
not.
happen right
It's
now.
not going to happen right now, and I'm not out looking for it. Wasn't looking before, but I'm okay. Would you say you're
Oh,
okay?
yeah. I spent all the Christmas and New Year's vacation.
Yeah.
I had vacation planned, and the whole time I was off, we rode and looked at property and houses till I was sick of looking at property and houses
I'm
and
telling
prices.
y'all what, the prices is, I
I
wish
ain't fully
anybody,
happy.
you know, the area we live in, and I don't think it's just our area, There is no way I could ever sleep at night going in debt for some property that we have to rebuild. We are set with infrastructure. We'd have to replace all of that. So at the end of the day, we're going to be right here on our little over an acre, doing the best that we can do. I hope y'all continuously follow. And if nothing else, Buddy and Lippy can show you how to do it on an acre of land. Because it
There
can
you
be
go.
done, folks. We're living it. We were going to do it differently. Well, we're going to do it differently here. We're going to add more stuff to a small lot and see where it takes us. So, if that answers y'all's questions, because that's all I'm going to give, I think we pretty well said it. But yeah, so next week, today is January the 12th. So we're going to kick off next week back to Gemini Homestead and sharing a whole lot more with y'all than we have before. So until next time, God bless.
God bless.